This is going to be a video about the flipped classroom model for both my students and for my students' parents for this year's classroom in my math class. This is Mr. King. So I need to kind of discuss what a flipped classroom model is, why we would use it, what's going to be expected, what about homework, and that's basically what we're going to talk about. So what is a flipped classroom model? It is basically where the lecture material that I would normally be giving to students is not done in the classroom, but it is done at home. And the reason it is done at home is that the learning and critical thinking portions of learning are, really done inside the classroom, where students can show me that they have mastered some subject, rather than spend a large amount of time working on some homework problems at home that they don't know that they've got right, or they've tried and they've done it wrong. And if they've done it wrong and they did it wrong, 5 or 10 times, how do they know that they really have, you may have learned something wrong. So instead, we're gonna turn that around, where the students are going to be doing the majority of their work inside the classroom, and outside the classroom is going to be just for the lecture type material, the presentation of new ideas. And those are going to be short videos. They're not going to be 10, 20, 30 minutes long. They're going to be probably, somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes long. The reason we're going to do this model this year is that, one, I think that it's important that students be able to stop, think about what's been presented to them, and if they don't understand, back up, re-watch before they continue. And that way, I think there can be some deeper understanding about the reasons why we're doing the things that we're doing in our classrooms. Some of the other things that are going to happen here, and I think it's just going to happen naturally, is that we're going to have groups emerge, where some groups are just going to be faster than others. Some groups may be slower than others, and that's okay. That's a natural classroom anyway. And there's something called differentiation that can happen in a classroom, where I can take those groups that are faster, or those groups that are slower and need more individual attention, and I can spend now much more time in the classroom with the students, rather than spending a lot of that classroom time just presenting. So what's going to be expected of you guys as students? What you're going to do is you're going to go home. I'll give you some content and tell you exactly how we're going to, address that content, get to it. There's a couple of websites that I have access to. Hopefully we're going to be able to use what I've already set up. So anyway, you're going to use your evening time to watch some videos about some new material. So what you want to do there is you're going to want to take some notes on what the new vocabulary is, what some sort of new mathematical method might be, whatever that presentation is about. You should try to get yourself some good, easy to remember notes written about that. And if we need to spend a little bit of time learning about what note taking is like, what a good strategy there is, we can. And I think another thing that we can do is those essential questions about what is it that we're doing, why does it matter, where did it come from, and where does it lead? Those can now be asked in the presentation. You can think about those, research those on your own, bring those in class, and we can have a nice little discussion about it. And I think that would be beneficial. So, what about homework? Homework's not going to go away per se, but your homework, I guess, really is going to be at home. You're going to be watching videos. When you're in class, though, that's where we're going to have that time where we can now have 50 minutes to work through some problems, to work through some discussion time, to do some group work, to do some projects. We're going to have a lot more time in class to do lots of the things that I think we're going to be able to show much more mastery in a lot more of the core content we're going to be learning about. So what I have set up right now is I'm going to have an Edmodo link, and that's just a website that you're going to link to, you're going to sign up for your specific section, and then inside that section will be the material that's going to be for the next evening. So you would go home on Thursday, look on Edmodo, find out what the link's going to be for that evening, watch it, and if needed, respond to the post that will be there. And we'll talk more about that in class. And do whatever the recording's asking you to do. I'll probably pose a few questions during the recordings. We're also going to use something called TeacherTube. It's an alternative to YouTube. I know that YouTube has generally been blocked in a lot of the districts in the state, and hopefully TeacherTube will work out well for doing the kind of recordings that I'm going to be doing. If you guys have questions, please let me know. Very open door policy. I'm here to help. I'm not here to force material down your throat. I'm here to just facilitate and let you guys learn everything you need to learn. Thank you.